I'm going to be installing this Friday smart lock. Keep watching the video. Welcome back, it's Jeff Lepard from jefflepard.com, and on this channel we do do-it-yourself videos, vacation videos, and so much more. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. I'm just about to install the Friday Smart Lock. These locks are extremely easy to install, and they will install almost anywhere, home or office, your existing deadbolt lock. There's various adapters in here making installation a very easy process. This current lock here is a gunmetal finish, but there is a variety of different body on the lock that you can choose from, but they all work, and you can even change the color of the body anytime. So what's in the box is going to be the base unit. We have a rechargeable battery, 2 tailpiece adapters, the door adapter plate, a USB charger, and the manual. So let's unbox this and let's see what's inside. So this Friday Smart Lock works with the Apple HomeKit, but not to worry. You can download the app from the Apple Store or the Google Play. It works with both Apple and Android devices. So I'm going to cut this open and let's see what's inside. I'm going to leave a link in the description of the video. If you are interested in purchasing one of these units, you may do so. Okay, this is the again the gunmetal finish. It doesn't matter what finish you purchase. Okay, we got a seal here. Okay, another seal on the other side. Okay, and here we go. Okay, so this is the body. This is the gunmetal finish. There's a variety of different colors that you can choose from, and it doesn't really just whatever's going to fit your door. Okay, so these are adapter pieces. Depending on what type of deadbolt lock you're using, you will be using one of these. This, of course, is your the housing for the rechargeable battery. Let's lift this out. This is your adaptable plate. Depending on the retrofit that you have on your lock, you'll be putting this in the correct position. And of course, we have our instructions and everything you need to know when you're installing the lock. And you can see right here, there's the tailpiece. This is really important. You're going to use this to measure the existing lock. Once you pop off the inside knob, you'll be able to measure to see if you actually have to cut or do any kind of retrofitting. We'll get into that a little bit later. So I'm ready to begin installing the Friday Smart Lock, and if you open your page in the manual, you'll see step 1 is uninstall the old lock. That's just this piece right here. That's what you're going to be removing. The actual lock cylinder is going to remain on the outside. So one of the advantages of this Friday Smart Lock that I really like is the ease of installation. You don't have to go out and buy another lock. This works with your existing lock, and that takes the competitive advantage over the competitors. So before I do this, I just want to show you something, a little tip and trick. Make sure your lock turns free and clear, locks and unlocks at ease. If there's any obstruction, let's say if it's getting stuck, I'm going to show you what you might have to do before you begin installing the lock to save you a bit of time. So if you find that your lock is being obstructed, you want to check your strike plate here on the door. Make sure that the deadbolt is going through the plate and not getting obstructed by any wood. If it still is, you may have to take this plate off. It's really simple, and you may just have to remove a little bit of the wood on the inside there just to make sure the deadbolt goes in and back and forth, free and clear. And then realign the plate, put the plate back on, and check again. If your lock locks and unlocks free and clear, you're ready to begin installing the Friday smart lock. So as I said, the first step is to remove this plate and this knob here. You're going to use a Phillips screwdriver, and when you remove it, just keep in mind, just hold the lock on the outer part of the door. You don't need to remove that. You can just hold it in place if it's going to fall. And all I'm going to do is just remove this. You can use a Phillips screwdriver, or you can use a drill, whatever is comfortable for you. Okay. Holding the lock just to make sure, and that's it. I'm ready to move to the next step. I just want to say first, make sure you keep your screws. You're going to need them still in the installation process. So I'm going to put this aside. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to measure the tailpiece. That's this part right here. If you can see here, there's a dotted line. If your tailpiece crosses that dotted line, you're going to have to saw cut that off in order for this installation to work correctly. In my case, the tailpiece is not longer than the dotted line, so I'm ready to move to the next step. So now we're ready to start the installation and get things installed. So first thing you want to do is you're just going to want to check. You're going to line this up with the tailpiece and just see if you need to use the adapter plate. So this is centered here. So in my case, I'm going to use the adapter plate. You can see the opening on the very top there. So I'm going to use this adapter plate, and when I put this plate on, it will look like this. So before you install this, you just have to check what type of lock you have and the corresponding holes where the screws are going to go through. So once you check that and you know which screws holes you're going to use, you just turn and use the corresponding holes, and you're going to match that up with the cylinder inside, and you'll install it as such. So in my case, I have the plate adapter, I've got my Phillips screwdriver, and I've got the 2 original screws for the lock, and I'm going to install the lock back in place again. Just you want to make sure that they slide through the holes. Okay, like such. And we're going to start screwing these in. You might have to hold the lock. Okay. Now we're going to install one of the 2 tailpiece adapters. So in my installation, I'm going to be using this one. Before you do so, you want to get the correct orientation, and that's up to you. So the lock is currently unlocked. So wherever you want this position to be in the unlocked position, that's where you're going to put the tailpiece adapter. It can be anywhere you want. It's really up to you how you want the lock to look when it's unlocked. Install the tailpiece adapter at that position. So mine is going to be right here, and there's little grooves, and you also have to match the tailpiece, and that's where it's going to go. Okay, so we've got the adapter on, and just going to mention I managed to reposition the lock and center it properly, and I removed the adapter piece. I don't need the adapter piece. So now you just want to turn the lock, make sure it locks, and there's no obstructions. The next step is to insert the battery. The battery comes with a seal on it, so you're just going to take the seal off of the positive end. You'll notice that on the outer edging of the housing, there's a positive and a negative on each side. Match the battery with the corresponding positive or negative side, and then just put it in, like so. The next step is to install the Friday Home Lock app, and I have an Android device. If you have an Apple device, just go to your store, and I'm going to hit install, and it's going to install the app. Now I'm ready to set up the lock. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to first click the reset button on the lock. Okay, and I know that by a flash and light. On the app, I'm going to hit setup lock, and the app is searching for the Friday lock that is currently entered into setup mode. Okay. So now it's asking for the 8-digit code. This is a unique code that is located on the base of the box. When you open the packaging, there's that square part, and the code is located on the bottom side of the box. Enter in that code to your lock. Now this is where you're going to name your home and the door. So you could use an example, front door. This is actually the front door, so I'm going to put in front door. Okay. And you can call it whatever you want. I'm just going to call it home. Hit next. Okay. Now we've got to enable Wi-Fi. Okay, now I'm going to connect my Wi-Fi and enter in my Wi-Fi password. Okay, now looks like it wants to calibrate the lock. Close the door and lock the door manually. Okay, so the door is closed. We're going to lock the door and we're going to hit next. Now it's calibrating. Okay. Unlock and open the door manually. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Next. Okay, setup's finished. So now we're going to test the lock to make sure it's functioning correctly. The battery's fully charged, so I'm just going to go ahead and lock the door. It's currently unlocked. Okay, the door is locked. Let's try unlocking the Friday lock. And the door is now unlocked, and it's that simple. One of the advantages of this lock is it uses Wi-Fi. Unlike its competitors that only use Bluetooth, this has a significant advantage because you can unlock this door pretty much anywhere around the world. And even if someone's at your door and they don't have access to your door, but you actually know them, in combination with maybe a front door doorbell or camera, you would actually verify who it is, and you can easily unlock the lock for them. So last but not least, I'm going to put the outer shell on, and this is your trim piece that is in different variety of colors, and those are also easily changeable, and we're just going to press that into place, and there we go, finished. So that's it for the Friday Smart Lock. It's that easy to install, and I really recommend this lock for you guys. Don't forget to check out the link in the video description, and if you want to purchase one for yourself. Just want to thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, bash that bell to turn notifications on for all upcoming videos, share the video, give me a thumbs up and like the video. Leave a comment down below, and we'll see you next time on the next video. JeffLepard.com. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.